Allergies are back, baby. Allergies are back. Springtime. You know what that means? Pollen's in the air. You know what that means for me? I'm sniffling like a little bitch. Actually, I gotta say, this spring has not been that bad for my allergies. I gotta say, it's actually kind of a good thing. Usually, March is really like the month of death for me, but here we are, mid-April, right? This is technically mid. Accidental commentary on my podcast snuck in. This is actually mid, right? No, but this mid-April, I'm doing kind of okay, I'd be sneezing from time to time, but I've had worse springs, dog. But yeah, spring is here. Life is in the air or something like that. So I've heard, as they say, April flowers bring May showers. Right? That's how it goes. It's not the other way around. my friend actually, we were texting. It was raining here in Florida, a shit ton. And it's been kind of tame recently, but it was raining a shit ton. There was 1 week where it was just raining all day, every day. And my friend's like, yo, I wonder where all this rain is coming from. And I was like, April showers bring May flowers. And she's like, no, it's the other way. And I'm like, no, it's not. April flowers don't bring May showers. That doesn't even make any sense. Because the idea is that it rains a lot, waters the ground, flowers grow. That's how it goes, right? Flowers don't influence rain. But yeah, but my allergies have been kind of fine. I also just haven't seen that much pollen. Usually you go under any tree, and there's just you can't even see the sidewalk, dog. It's just covered in orange powder, from all the pollen. And my nose is I don't mess around with that. Me and pollen don't get along. And so, dude, I would have to take allergy medicine. I don't even remember what it's called. What is it, Allegra? Is that what it is? I have no idea. I actually haven't taken allergy medicine in so long, I completely forgot what brand I used. Claritin. That's what it was. But yeah, dude, I used to have to pop those pills every single morning just so I can somewhat make it through the day and still breathe through my nose, at least one of my nostrils. And then one day, if I forget to take it, I'm out for the count. I remember there was this one day, because when I go inside for a long period of time, my allergies calm down. It's only when I'm outside for a long period of time that allergies really start to pick up for me. I start sneezing, sniffling, coughing, all that really gross shit, But then if I'm inside for a while, then I'm fine, for the most part. So I always during spring, back in school, I would always try to get to my next class almost as quickly as possible during the spring, just so I had as little time outside as possible. And, we're in Florida, so, springtime, the weather is really nice, you get a breeze, it's warm, but it's also kind of cool, it's a nice time. And so I remember there was this one day, my allergies were fucked up. They were going crazy. I forgot my allergy medicine, and I'm like, dude, I'm literally, this is my death day. This is the day I die. This is the day that God takes me from the world, And so I was racing to all my classes. I was like, dude, get me out of outside, get me inside, And so I remember I went to this one class, and I rush in, doors shut, and I'm like, okay, let me just sit here for a little bit, get my allergies under control, and then we'll be good for class, right? And this is one of those buildings where, it was outdoor hallways, it wasn't an indoor hallway. It was the hallway was outdoors. So if you exited the classroom, you were outside. And I remember this teacher was like, oh my God, it's a beautiful day. Let's open the doors. And I'm right next to one of the doors. She opens the doors, wind is blowing, and like, sure, the weather was nice, but I'm like, I'm dying, you know? And I'm like, how do I tell the teacher to shut the doors because I'm dying, you know? So I was suffering the entire class, and I was like, I'm just like staring outside, pissed off, because I'm like, dude, if that door would just be shut for just even a little bit, just for a little bit, I will be okay, you know? Wind is blowing pollen into the classroom, and I'm like, I'm trying to keep it together, you know, but, you know, I just got snot rolling down my nose, and I'm like, I even got like one of those like personal packets of tissues, you know, it comes in like it comes in like a pack of 12 or whatever. You could just like slip them in your backpack. I'm like, I have like 6 of those packets in my backpack, and I'm just like going through each packet, you know, the entire class. I ran out of all my tissues just from that one class because I was dying. And I'm like, I am so sorry to everyone in this classroom that has to listen to the allergy noises that my nose is making right now. Because I hate those noises, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to blow my nose as much as I can so I can like get all that shit out of my system. But my nose is just like, no, we're just going to create more for you. How do you like that? You know? I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, and I could just tell everyone hated me. They're like, dude, this fucking guy. Not taking his allergy medicine. But yeah, and you know, like, even though I take my allergy medicine like every day, every morning, there's just like some mornings where I just like forget. And I just like, I'm in the car on my way to school, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. But like I said, this year my allergies have been kind of under control. Like I said, I still sneeze a lot, but like I don't have a runny nose, which is probably the worst part. I don't mind sneezing, okay? I know it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I don't mind sneezing, okay? It's the runny nose that pisses me off, because it's like you can't breathe, you know, and it's just gross. It's just gross. You're just like sitting there and you feel like water coming out of your nose, and you're like, fuck. This is so gross. Like I make myself sick just like just thinking about it, you know? I'm making myself sick. But I think it's because, you know, I spend most of my time inside now. And, you know, it's not I'm an introvert loser with no friends kind of thing. It's it's like, you know, I'm a video editor, you know, and like, so, and most of my classes all are in the same room, you know, I'm always in the computer lab. And so like, the only time I'm outside is from, you know, the time it takes for me to get from the door to the car, and then from my car to school, you know, and then like, I mean, other than my extracurricular activities, you know, I'm not really outside that much. And like, that's cool with me, especially this time of year. Fuck, dude. That's why I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Because we finished my first short film. I've talked about it many times. I know you're probably tired of me hearing about it, but now you get to hear me complain about my second short film that we are starting to film tomorrow. And it's going to be an outdoor park scene. I have to stand outside in a park, Pollen Central, all day. I'm supposed to record a movie, and like I can't make any noises because I can't pollute the audio. So I'm going to have to... I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully my allergies keep it together tomorrow. You know, I may have to pop 2 of those bad boys, 2 of those allergy medicines tomorrow morning. Don't recommend you do that. Take the prescribed amount. Overdosing on Claritin, dog. Don't be doing that. You take so much Claritin, you just start smelling, you know, you just start like smelling your sights or something. You just start to like transcend. You start smelling shit like miles away. You're like, yo, somebody is cooking hot wings about 30 miles that direction. And you're like, dude, how the fuck did you smell that? And they're like, I took 5 Claritins this morning. Okay, my nose is cleaner than... I don't know. Cleaner than a germaphobe's house. How about that, you know? For some reason, I was gonna say cleaner than a gas station bathroom, but it's like, dude, anything is cleaner than a gas station bathroom. Literally, anything is cleaner. But yeah, I got to take some Claritin for tomorrow because I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Parks? Why did I agree to this? It was a completely custom script. I could have just said, and I couldn't even blame it on. I could just not even blame it on my allergies. I could just make up something, and be like, "Yo, Parks disagree with me." I don't know. They make me sick. I mean, I guess that's blaming it on my allergies then. Also, why would I not tell them about my allergies? Why? That's not something to be embarrassed about. Here I am telling all you guys in a podcast, and I'm gonna tell my group mates it's some other reason than my allergies. What am I afraid of? Just tell them, dude, I'm gonna be sniffling the whole time. The audio's gonna get polluted. Because dude, how gross would that be if you're watching a short film and just the entire time in the background someone's just like. I'm sorry. That's probably really gross to listen to. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take a few steps back. I'm gonna hit record. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be way back here, so there's no way my sniffles can be caught on that microphone. Also got to make sure I don't sneeze. But I hate my sneezes because they're so damn loud. I mean, they're not the loudest sneezes I've ever heard, but I'm like, dude, why can't I have quiet sneezes? Why can't I have one of those things? You know what I'm saying? That's not the shit people do. Their sneezes, they call them sneezes. It's why can't I have one of those? I don't make any noises because it sucks when I be doing independent work, right? I'm editing a video. Everyone's editing videos. It's completely silent in the lab. And I'm just I get this feeling of this big ass sneeze coming. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to give everyone in this room a heart attack in about 3 seconds, and I just blow my load. I just sneeze so loud. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I'd be trying to cover it in my elbow as much as possible to reduce the noise as much as possible, but it's still fucking loud. Still everyone just, turns around, they look at me they do that owl shit, you know what I'm saying? They're sitting in their seats, cause I'm in the back, so they're in their seats and they're like, bless you. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. Sorry about giving you that heart attack, They'd be wearing over-ear headphones and they still be hearing that shit. And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I was giving loud ass sneezes. God damn. But yeah, second short film coming up. I have no idea if we're gonna finish this. Honestly, I have no idea. Because the end of the semester is coming up and our first filming day is tomorrow and we haven't planned any other film days. I mean, we're filming in a park tomorrow, but that's because we haven't asked permission to use the other 2 locations that we're supposed to be using, So we're like, well, we have to start filming, so, let's just film in a park because, I hope not. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. You don't need to ask permission to film in a park. It's public property, right? I think. I could be wrong. Park ranger comes up and says, you're supposed to ask permission to film. And I'm like, dude, please. The semester ends in 2 weeks. Let me do this film, okay? Thank you. Actually, now I think about it, I think you actually got to get permits to do that. Even in parks. But I mean, that's for big films, And so I imagine that's because you got to close off a huge section of the park. We're just gonna have a boom mic and a camera and our 2 actors, So really shouldn't be that bad. Plus, people film Snapchats and fucking TikToks all the time in public parks. It's never really a problem. Unless a Karen catches you and she tries to tell you it's against the law. You ever see those videos where there'll be TikTok people, they'll be in a mall or something like that, They're like doing a dance, which, hey, look, I'm gonna be the first one to say I hate that shit. You know, like I hate like walking around and just seeing people doing their TikToks. You know, because it's like, why you gotta do that in public? You know, I know you can, but why are you? You know, it's even worse when like they bring out the ring lights and shit. It's like, come on, dude, you can't make a fucking studio just like in the middle of the mall, dude. And you know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. You know, it's like, why? The worst stuff is like the TikToks of like people doing stuff in public in like places where it's like not even just like I'm slightly like, hey, why? But it's places where it's like you really shouldn't. You know, like I be seeing people do TikToks in like fucking airports. It's like, really? People are like as stressed, as annoyed, and as pissed off as ever at an airport, you know, because there's so much stuff you got to think about. There's so much stuff you got to worry about, going through security, checking in, checking your bag, getting to your plane on time. You know, you got to make sure you're on time. They're like, oh, make sure you come 2 hours early because of, you know, maybe there's a delay in security. You know, maybe there's a woman who doesn't want to take off her shoes or something like that. And it's like, come on, everyone has to take off their shoes, you know, or, you know, what if you go up to TSA and they're looking at your ID when you were 16 and now you're 35 and you're bald, and they're like, this isn't you, dog. And you're like, no, it is me. I just haven't gotten a new photo because I actually had hair in that photo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much stuff you got to worry about. And then now you got these TikTokers going in an airport and fucking dancing up a storm. You know? I'd be like, there's like this one TikTok I saw of this like dude on the plane, like not even just in the airport, like on the plane, going down the center aisle, like doing some like dance and stuff. And like, you could just tell there's people like in their seats, like, dude, sit the fuck down. Come on. The pilot's probably like, sorry guys, you know, we can't leave until this, you know, fucker sits down in a seat, but you know, we have to let him do a TikTok because it's public property. Even though probably you're not allowed to do TikToks on the plane, but probably the flight attendants, they're probably into that stuff. They're like, oh my God, it's so cute. He's doing a TikTok. It's like, no, it's not. I need to get to Chicago, dog. You know, I got to land in like 20 minutes. Come on, sit down. Like, I just saw this TikTok. Well, I mean, this is a guy like taking a video of something that was happening on an airplane. Like I don't even think these people were doing a TikTok. I think these people were just being annoying on the plane. You know, you probably saw it. There's like this guy playing a guitar on the plane, you know, and singing a song, you know, about like Jesus or something, because it was like Easter. And it's like, come on, man. Like, okay, I know you love your religion. That's great. But like, come on, man. I'm trying to sit on this plane, listen to my music, watch my movie, read my book, whatever it is that I'm doing. Like, I don't need you to come in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's my home phone ringing. God damn. Just off topic for a second, okay? That phone always rings like at random times and we never pick it up. And I have managed for 58 episodes, I have managed to record my podcasts and not get that ringtone in there. I've managed to dodge it. This is the first time in 58 episodes that phone has rang while I was recording a podcast. I'm actually surprised it's been this long. Anyways, as I was saying about this fucking dude singing in the clouds or something like that, it's like, dude, like, come on. I just want to relax. I just want to get through this flight. You know, I'm in coach. I got no leg room. 6'1" boy in coach, no leg room. I don't need this. Also, how did you get an acoustic guitar onto the plane? That's not carry-on. Okay, carry-on, you have to have certain dimensions, right? And that's not a personal bag. Personal bag has to have certain dimensions. How did you get an acoustic guitar on the plane? You know what I mean? Like, dude, that goes under the plane. That goes under the plane. You know? And it just, I don't know what I would do if I had that shit on my plane. I just I probably open the door. You know? I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna get to Chicago my own way. You know? Do you guys have parachutes? I'm gonna need one. I'm just gonna hang glide over to Chicago. Okay? I'm not doing this anymore. But I couldn't believe it. Because also I was like, there's no way this guy managed to get an acoustic guitar on the plane. He had to have known someone. He had to have known the flight attendants or something. Because, dude, I've been on enough planes to know that, like, if your bag is even slightly over the dimensions of, like, a carry-on bag, the flight attendants are immediately like, dog, you can't do that, okay? You're going to need to get another bag, and then we're going to have to charge you for having a second bag. You know, and you can't chop up an acoustic guitar. Okay. The guitar is one size. So he had, like I said, he had to have known somebody. Because also, how do you get that in the overhead compartment? You probably took up the entire overhead compartment. Now nobody can put their bags in the overhead bins because you had to put your guitar there so you can sing some song up in the clouds to a bunch of people who didn't ask for it. Okay. And for what? Like, what did you gain from that? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical of TikTokers, but it's also like, why you gotta do that in public? You know, why you gotta embarrass yourself like that? I'm receiving secondhand embarrassment for you. I was at Disney and I saw these two people making a TikTok. You know, they had like it was like a Mickey shaped ring light. Okay, first of all, they had a Mickey shaped ring light. Seriously, okay, and they had their phone and they're taking a TikTok. And I'm like, why? How about you enjoy the parks? How about you just walk around, enjoy the parks, take your photos or videos, you know, don't bring out the ring light. You know, they should ban ring lights from theme parks. Like, come on, man. I don't understand, like, what goes through your mind where you're like, you know what, we got to take a few TikToks while we're at Disney, or we got to take a few TikToks while we're at the mall. Like, come on, man. Do your TikToks in the privacy of your own home. I don't get it. But I've been using TikTok a little bit more, you know? I know I've complained about it a lot, and I always say how, like, I don't like using it. It's boring, all this stuff, but I'm trying to use it more. You know, I'm trying to dip my toes in, kind of swirl the pool around, see what kind of content I get out of it, and see if it's worth it. I see a few things here and there that, you know, are funny, that are good, that I'm like, haha, LOL, that's pretty good. But, you know, still for the most part, like, they give me like real shit content, you know? And I even do like the not interested stuff, and I'm still amazed at the amount of stuff from like one genre that I can like specifically tell you about. They keep trying to show me like these game highlights of people playing Call of Duty or something like that. And I'm like, I don't care. You know? I don't care about your 360 no scope, you know, headshot, whatever the fuck, from 500 meters away while the wind's blowing southeast at 18 knots. You know, like I don't care about that. You know, and they keep showing me this stuff. They're like, yo, check out this like epic kill. And I'm like, I don't care. You know, and so like I'll like hold down on it, and then I'll say, you know, not interested, and they're like, oh, okay, you know, we'll do better next time, and then like they show me 5 more, and I'm like, okay, what part of not interested did you not understand? You know, and it's like, you know, they even try to show me the same content but in a different game, right? Like they'll show me stuff from like Battlefield or like Fortnite, and I'm like, I still don't care, you know. I don't care. I don't like watch that shit on YouTube, okay? I don't watch that shit on Instagram. I don't follow anyone who plays games like that legitimately. I don't play games like that a lot, you know? A lot of the games I play are like story-driven games. And so it's like, why don't you show me stuff I'm actually interested in, you know? Like for some reason, I don't like liking stuff for some reason. But I even on TikTok, I even started like liking like the really good shit because I'm like, okay, maybe if TikTok sees I'm liking content that's really good, they're like, okay, how about we show them the really good content? But no, they're like, let's still show them 360 no scopes. And I'm like, I don't care. I haven't liked a single one. I've only said I'm not interested in them. It's like, why are you showing me this? Why are you showing me this? But yeah, like I said, I'm trying TikTok. I'm trying to see what it's like, and I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't think TikTok has fully understood the content I'm looking for. And that's the good content. They keep trying to throw me the really shitty surface content. And I'm like, okay, are you fucking kidding me? A second time. Like I said, 58 episodes. Never had that phone ring. Now it's rang twice in the same video. 2 times. In like what? I don't know, like 4 minutes? Oh my God, I can't believe this. Somebody really wants to talk to us. But, you should know, we don't ever answer that phone. Like, I don't even, why do we even have the ringtone even hooked up? Like, now I'm thinking about it, like, nobody ever picks up that phone. I don't think that phone's been picked up in years. I don't know. But yeah, trying out TikTok, trying to see what it's like. Not there yet, though. Not there yet. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Lion on Main. I've been your host, Jay Lyons. Whatever you guys are listening to us on, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Leave a review. All that really helps me out a lot. Follow me on social media at RealJLyons and at Lion on Main on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And yeah, I think that's it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, also, by the way, forgot to mention right before I leave, I'm going to have my first guest on the show coming up. Next episode, probably. I think. Next episode, first guest. So be ready for that. First guest, man. Finally got a second mic. Finally getting a guest on the show. So I'm excited. They're excited. We're going to do this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Love you. I don't know. Do I?